Hi, I'm John C. Reilly, and I'm back in the closet. I'm not really a person who thinks like in hierarchical order, Like this is my number one favorite movie, and this is my number 10 favorite movie. I just kind of see the things that I like. So I thought I'll just go through and randomly pick out the first like 5 movies that, for whatever reason, spark my interest while I'm in here. And the first one that did is this movie by Jim Jarmusch, Down by Law. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, the famous Roberto Benigni line. But also, this was in the early days of my obsession with Tom Waits when I was in college. That's when I discovered Tom's music. And he's such a good actor. And you can tell he's improvising these weather reports from the prison cell, and it's just a real formative movie for me, I'm still trying to get in a Jim Jarmusch movie. No luck so far, but at least we have this movie. I saw it at the Biograph Theater in Chicago on Lincoln Avenue, and that one's going in here. The Killing of a Chinese Bookie by John Cassavetes. Timothy Carey, one of the great bizarre character actors. He was in Stanley Kubrick's The Killing. Anyway, he plays one of the goons, and there's this whole showdown scene where he's been assigned the job to kill Ben Gazzara, and he starts to get the sense like, this guy is tougher than I realized, like this guy, and then Ben Gazzara is sort of like, get out of here, man, you're an amateur. This is just a great, great movie, and it's also like a kind of a travelogue of Los Angeles. This one's kind of random. I haven't seen this movie since it came out in the theater when I was a child, and I snuck into the movie theater, the Marquette Theater on the southwest side of Chicago, which is no longer there, to see David Cronenberg's The Brood. It really upset me. A woman she bites open this embryonic sac, and these babies, these like monster babies come out. Anyway, terrifying movie. That weird moment. Be careful what movies you sneak into, kids. I also saw Jaws way too young. It made me afraid of the bathtub. So moving right along to some comedy. This movie, Defending Your Life by Albert Brooks, might be the hardest I have ever laughed in a movie. I was laughing so hard, it felt like I was tripping on mushrooms. All of it, from top to bottom, it's just a brilliant, brilliant movie. And Albert Brooks is one of the all-time American greats of comedy. On the Waterfront by Elie Kazan. Of course, like one of the canon, right? I went to Boys Catholic High School, and we had this whole year of junior year where they would show us movies that had ethical issues, and then we would discuss afterwards. Like I remember seeing Billy Budd and Rebecca and On the Waterfront. I pick it out because it's one of the great misreadings of lines in history. So Rod Steiger and Marlon Brando in the back of the car, right? And he says like, the misconception is like, the line goes like this: I could have been somebody, Charlie. But what he actually says in the movie is, I could have been somebody, Charlie. It makes me cry because it's like my life could have had meaning, And began probably my lifelong love of Carl Malden. Every time Carl Malden showed up, you knew he was going to be standing on the side of righteousness, right? And when he stands up for the people on that waterfront, it's a beautiful thing. All right, one more, like a nostalgia movie, okay? And that is The Great Escape. It makes you punk rock, this movie. It teaches you how to resist the system. What do you have to do to trick the guards, And I kind of took that through my whole life. Growing up on the south side of Chicago and going to Catholic school. And Steve McQueen in this one, it's just one of the all-time great performances. It's full of amazing actors, actually. Donald Pleasance is so great in it. And it's just got that catchy doot-doot, doot-doot, doot-doot. It's got a very catchy theme song. Well, those are my choices. These are the movies I picked here today. But again, they're somewhat random. I mean, if you spent the weekend watching those 6 movies, you'd have a pretty damn good weekend.